Listen. Yeah. Y'all gotta understand, not all of us just got money to survive. So paying money for certain stuff, tipping well, etc., is helping somebody survive. Now, some shit is just greedy, and like anything else, shit's situational, and gotta be able to read the situation. It's like, a lot of shit is, well, why don't the company just pay enough? Well, why isn't this that way? Why, and it's like, there's a lot of shit that's like that, but within this being what is, and within this, and working towards betterness, how can we help each other out? So, I listen, it's no, like, that should be, I talk about foundations. That should be your foundation. I'ma go out, we finna go out, this and that. Like, there's not a, do I want to tip? There's always a tip. You know what I'm saying? You're always tipping, and your foundational tip is 15%. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, they just great experience, you enjoyed yourself, this and that, and you go higher, or you leave it at 15, or terrible experience, blah 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 blah. Communicate with them, this, that, and the third. It's still 15. It isn't this that's based off of, whether you get a tip is based off of your service. I mean, I just, like, listen, it's a flawed thing within itself. Because it's like, within a service is, say, a restaurant, they seat you, get your, get, what do you want? They had it down, they get it right, they give you your food. It's not this, ain't gotta talk, ain't gotta do, like, it's just, I don't know. It's just because there's too much of this, what are people expecting? And people are expecting this, and they want more of this, and they, it's too much of this performance-based thing rather than the actual, of the service of, say the hostess sit you, say, okay, the waiter comes, what can I get for you guys? This is that. Start off with drinks. They ready to order, get their order, have it out, in a good amount of time, check up on them just within what they need, this and that, give them their check, and then it's like, people want a whole performance, and it's like, it's exhausting, to perform for, hundreds of people, or tens of people, throughout the day, and it's just like, just to earn what, however much it is, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. Like, I have this one customer, shit, my nigga come in, bro, say what he want. I mean, like, we don't talk. Like, bro, come in, say what he want. It may be a little joke now and then, within something, and then that's it. It's like, there's no talking, there's no this and that, there's no, and that's understood between us too. Like, even when, say, sit down, bring them the food, it isn't like this, thank you, is it, because some people thank you this, but it's like, and it isn't, expressing rudeness or anything like that. It's just, we already understand what's happening. you know, of course I'm gonna bring you your food. Like it's not a, it has to be a, oh, thank you. Like it's too much of, there has to be this and you gotta be this and you like, I mean, we already know what this is, what we doing, this, that, and the third. You know, like I had somebody come in and tell me, do y'all serve food? You know what I'm saying? Like that's wild. You know, and I like, it's just like, and that's what I tell my situation. Like, it's some things that just like, I mean, fuck me. You know, I mean, how do you want me to? Do y'all serve? How do you walk into a restaurant? Do y'all serve food? Like, I mean, and like that's not even on trolley shit. Cause like I don't know you. You didn't say it in a trolley way. I don't know. That's not a joke. There's no setup or like. You know, I'm definitely not too sure, but that tip thing, bro, it's just like you gotta understand, if you gonna go out and eat, you know, just leave a tip. I don't, you know, I don't really know too many ways around it. It's like there shouldn't be a time when you aren't leaving a tip. You know, because if you struggling that bad, you not going out. You know, so if you want to try to play the card of you struggling too or blah, 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 yes, you know, there's ways about it and this and that, but you just went out and spent $60, you know, and you can't leave, you know, $5 tip. That's wild to me. You know, like, but yes, it shouldn't be based off of that dumb shit of, you know, and like I say, and that's what I be telling people, like, we all paying each other. Like, regardless if, you know, the restaurant was paying their employees, you know, by the hour, or, you know, it's y'all tipping. Y'all paying the $60 and y'all paying the 60 plus the tip. You know, so it's like, you know, understandable of the, you know, why can't my 60 just go to, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, at the end of the day, it's just dumb because why in the fuck are they paying for our salaries? You know, and that's why, you know, there's such this feeling and pressure that you know, and that they kind of force you to kind of be like, this, you know, robot in a way, and, you know, let people spit on you and walk all over you just because, you know, they're the reason you're able to afford food. You know, and it's like, it's definitely a tough situation, you know, but within it, we gotta just help each other out. With money, most decided to go the survival of the fitness route because money is our survival. So they looking out for themselves. No community, no help, just making sure they're good, they're surviving. And they don't have to build relationships with people because they can just throw money at you and say, do this, do that. And we need money to survive, so we take the scraps and do it. See, but with no money, you have to build relationships. Treat others with kindness, because if you try to tell somebody to just do something like you're a king, they won't do it. Why would they? They don't need anything you have to survive. You know? It's huge. Literally would not be at my job, working at that job, if I wasn't being given money, you know? It's just, it's wild. You know, you wouldn't be wasting your time, you know, exerting energy on stuff that you don't want to do, you don't care about. It's just, it wouldn't happen. within certain extents of, certain people, how they react to it. But I feel majority, it wouldn't be happening. It wouldn't. There's just, it definitely just wouldn't be happening. Why would I do that? Why would you do that? Why would, you ask somebody to, hey, build this, they not just gonna build it. Because, they not just gonna build it because why? Because in order to have shelter costs money. In order to get food costs money. So, they would just build it if if shelter was free, if food was free. It's just like it just, that's how it would be. But when you have something that is the way it's made for a reason, where people are like, I'm gonna need money, and people can throw money at you. It's like my car is in the shop, and just within, like I say, because what am I saying? Like this morning, to get there, I took a lift, because obviously it's the same person I'm talking about who, told me that, the person that we got up out the way, was doing a harassment shit or whatever. And it's like, it's stuff like this. Like I said, we had a genuine conversation. We have, so, when I was, before I left today, I was just like, can you be able to drop me off this and that? Of course, they were like, yeah, no problem. And it's like, to the first point of the money, it's like, there isn't no, because I still offered, just because of, gas, and what I'm saying, it's just like, it's tough. So I still offer, and of course, like, nah, you good, and it's just like, off of having those genuine conversations, off of building a relationship, off of, things like that, and off of, a second point that I was, just gonna talk about, because I could have asked them this morning, to take me, and they would have said yes. But the thing is, they wouldn't, because usually they get there a little later than I do. So they would have had to, kind of rearrange their schedule a little bit. They would have had to, take their child earlier to where they take them. They would have had to, what I'm saying? It's like, they would have made those adjustments. But it's like, with me, I'm just like, okay, I see that. That's an option. But it's like, I can also do this, and, I'll be okay. I'll figure it out type shit. And it's like, I don't need to make, them sacrifice this and that, just, to get me to the job. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's things like that you got to be able to evaluate and see for the other person what that would be for them. Because within foundation, it would have been a yes. Just because of the relationship, and just because of, figuring things out, and like, we both understand, and okay, it's cool, we'll figure it out, this and that. But it's like, it's not needed. Within this evaluation of the situation, I was able to see, okay, they going home, they can just, if willing, just drop me off. And that's more convenient. Already there, already together, already, and it's like, it's just like things like that, but it's like, that money thing is just definitely what messes it up, and how it's, surrounded around, and on that too, just within the person I'm talking about, it's tough, because it's like, because they were like, because they said Biden, had this, law or whatever, and said that, within immigrants and, people without papers or whatever, they can't be, deported or whatever, if they, no DUI or, no, horrible criminal record or this and that. But she talking about, now it's like they got rid of it. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, they get pulled over, it's like they getting deported, regardless of anything, regardless of what you're doing, regardless of, you get in a car accident that's not even your fault. But, once they find out who you are and this and that, you getting deported, and you like, it's just like, that's crazy. And it's crazy that they have to, keep up with that type of shit, because that's their life. That's their livelihood. Their whole shit can be uprooted, because say they weren't paying attention to that and, got in an accident or whatever, thought nothing of it, and then next thing you know, they getting fucking deported. And it's like, they got to keep up with that. They living in fear within the sense, and now even more, because she was like, because before she said, because when what's your name was talking to her one time, but she was like, she was referred to the last time, and like how used to go like 5 over the speed limit or this and that, but it's like she like, now I gotta ride this speed limit, and I gotta make sure that nothing's going on or this and that, because it's like, can't risk it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that's like what is that? Like, that's horrible. To live that lifestyle and have to have that mindset and deal with that, all because of where you were born at. Something you definitely can't control, all because of, like, that's ridiculous. And it's like, we just off of our relationship type shit and how we joke around and shit, but she was like, she went to the beach or whatever, and she was like, it took her fucking 3 hours to get there, because the bitch was driving. The bitch was driving a fucking speed limit. So it took her all fucking day to get there, and it's like, obviously it's like, obviously within what it is, it's like, it's fucked, but it's like, we was laughing because it's like, it's, it's ridiculous, but, that's ridiculous, and like I say, within creating shit and making shit, it's like, what does that do? You have a person who isn't doing anything, and they're only being judged and fucking, mistreated or treated a certain way because of where they were born, because of a language they speak, because of what they look like, because of an accent that they have or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not of actual action that they're, wrongly doing or something like that. It's like, it's ridiculous. And even, what she talking about with the Biden shit, it's like, I mean, who gives a fuck if they, got a horrible criminal record or this and that, within saying like, oh, they got to get deported. Like, we all got a so-called, law system and this and that. It's just, if they, breaking the law, blah, 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 then it's like, oh, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We'll give them back to where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be a one thing. It's too much of this separational things, and, it's like, I don't know. And it's crazy that it's, so horrible in some places where people gotta move, and try to, better themselves, and like, that's ridiculous. Most animals fight for romantic rights over females and dominance over males. Like, within the area or whatever, shit crazy, and not that far off from humans. Huge. Not that far off. And it's like, when you look at it, and when you take, a situation from the animals and the humans, animals have killed over it, humans have killed over it, animals have fought over it, humans have fought over it. Like, it's just like, within that kind of way of being, It's like some don't feel they don't know any other way to, deal with it, and that's why I definitely just talk about communicating just as how far we've come with being able to communicate in so many ways that we, can. And within, animals, they definitely communicate, but within some sit down, let's talk about this or that, it's like, it's just the thing of these fucking males or whatever. It's like there's so much of this, that's what I want and I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I'm so and so and you gotta respect me. Like, it's just like, and definitely within the animals, it's like sometimes it's just unfortunate either, of maybe an age or just of how they were built, you know what I'm saying? And as far as like, yeah, like built, how they just, ended up being once they grew. And like, it's just like some has, dealt with tougher experiences, so don't mind, showing them, that I will fight your ass for, this dominance and alpha or whatever. It's like, but it's like, I don't know, it's it's so unhealthy, and it just shows how much, out of control, they are within that, because it shouldn't, it's like I say, it's like predator prey type shit, you know what I'm saying? An animal has to pretend to fucking, butterfly show the eyes or some shit with their wings or whatever, I don't know. And like to confuse the prey, scare off the prey, whatever. And it's like, I mean, that's basically what it is with, the male trying to make, certain advances. They gotta scare them off. They gotta pretend they're, something else. They gotta, it's like, this isn't like some, like it has to be talked about. It has to be discussed. It has to be dealt with, because obviously this is, factual to so many situations and to so many people, and it's not being talked about. It's like, like I say, I don't know how certain people grow up and what they're, told or sat down and talked about, this and that, but it's like, how many people, people are being sat down and talked about, that you can't just go and act like something is yours. You can't just go and touch, certain people. You can't just go and say certain things. You can't just expect everyone to just, want to have sex. You can't just, how many of those things are being told? How many things are being told that, that you can just, everybody wants you. You can have sex with anybody you want. You can, it's like, those things are being told. Those things are being, pushed. And sure, you could say, oh, not to that or not, but it's like foundational of just saying that is like, come on. Especially with what's already out and around and the toxicity that is already there. People have that mindset, and people feel like, anybody should want to have sex with them. People feel like, regardless if you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, you want to. You just saying you don't want to, like, it's definitely, saw a video where somebody who was blind was at a restaurant. It was their birthday. Their birthday. It was their birthday. It was their birthday. Damn. And the chef put happy birthday in Braille with chocolate. The joy and how surprised she was to receive such a kind gesture was really cool to watch. And of course, she'll never forget. Like, everyone should be able to experience communication, kind gestures, it's quite easy if you care. It was really cool, huge. You know, it's quite easy, you know, especially within those situations. You know, obviously within learning different communications, that can definitely be tough. But within this, you know, I mean, and, you know, it may have been obviously, you know, a reservation, and, you know, they could have just let them know on the phone that they're blind or this and that, you know, just whatever, as far as menu wise, as far as, you know, this is and the third, you know. But it's like, you know, once again, it's like we're all living in one home, and we should all have these certain moments, you know, and it shouldn't feel like somebody else's is, you know, like within guests in other houses, you can still feel welcome, you can still feel this and that. But it's like, that's not even this situation, because they're not a guest in our home. This is their home, you know, so they shouldn't feel as if they're a guest. They shouldn't feel as if they're living in someone else's home. They shouldn't feel that they're uncomfortable. They shouldn't, you know, be okay and accept that they won't experience certain things, that they won't get these certain treatments, that they won't, you know, get fucking kind gestures, get surprised, you know, that someone fucking says happy birthday in the language, the communicational way that they communicate. Like, that's ridiculous. You know, like, that is so ridiculous. You know, and it's like, why aren't we going out of our way? Why aren't we trying to communicate the best we can? Why aren't we, like, why not? Like, why are we not doing that? You know, like, it's just, it's definitely ridiculous. You know, like, person at my job, you know, she speaks, you know, maybe a few words in English, but she speaks Spanish, you know. When she talks to me, just like when I talk to her, because of that's what she fucking knows, she speaks to me in Spanish. You know, she's saying something, she's speaking in Spanish, otherwise she can't talk, because, you know, the little words she know in, you know, English, she can't put it together a sentence. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, within, you know, those situations, you know, like I say, you know, you don't understand something, but it's like, you can understand situations. You can use context clues, and that's how I'm able to communicate. And like, she, it's like I say, I understand a little bit of fucking Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hold no conversation type shit. You know, but it's funny because like obviously she knows I know a little, but like she thinks I know more than I do, because I be understanding what she be saying, because, you know, it's situational within where we're at, and situation within what, you know, what we're doing, or what she's trying to say, or what she is saying, but I'm not understanding, but I'm like, oh, that. Oh, this, you know what I'm saying? Just within situational things and grasping the situation and using context clues, you know, without her, you know, having a point or say this, or, you know, she's able to just say it, and, you know, I understand, or I do it, or I help, or you know, and it's like, obviously that could lead to, you know, illusion, or to feel like that nigga know what the fuck I'm saying, but it's like, you know, it's so funny though, because it's like, you know, it's like more and more she like talks to me in Spanish. But it's like, if it's not situational, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I don't know what you're saying. Like, if somebody ran up to me on the street and started talking to me in Spanish, it's like there's nothing I can do unless they point, or unless they start bringing me, and then clues start coming in, and, you know, I can start like, this and that. But if they just speak nothing else, it's like, you know, I don't know. So when she just trying to say this and that, it's like, I don't know what you're saying. I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like things like that, you know. But yeah, it's like, you gotta have them involved, you know. It's like a child, you know, leaving your child out, you know, that lives within the home, you know, and not involving them in things, and, you know, purposely leaving them out, because you can, you know, include them. You can, you know, there's just so many, once again, things that people create in their mind of what others would want, just within an extent or what. Well, okay, I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's can be situational, because obviously within this, that's healthy. She may have wanted some fucking braille saying happy birthday, like that's a healthy thought of that, but just as far as, what some people want and what they feel like their life could be, or kind of just, telling them what their life is, or, how they should live, or, you know what I'm saying? It's like saying like, oh, well, we didn't think you would want to do this, or you know, yeah, do this or this and that because of blah 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 blah. Instead of just asking, you're, creating all this shit and trying to take this and that to get this certain answer when the person is right there. Ask them, what do they want? Do they want to do this? Do you want to do this? Blah 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 blah. Like, stuff. Crazy how some people think just because it's their profession and are so-called a professional in that field, that only they can do it. Like a so-called non-professional can step in that field because they've also been doing it and can compete with professional, just haven't been given that label. Just another label that really means little to nothing when it comes to certain levels of what we talking about here. So big, and understand that, they've been doing this, more than a, professional, and it's like understandable within the difference or separation is that so-called professional has been doing it at that level with other professionals, but understand that that is label driven, because this person who was the non-professional that's been doing it longer with these other people, understand that these people, and like I said, we're talking about levels, I'm not just saying, they just in this field lollygagging. No, they in this field putting their head down and locking in. You know what I'm saying? They're there. Those people around them, they're also there. And they can go up in this field and tell you a thing or two about this field that you don't know. But it's just like, this label, and now this is what you're expecting of this person in that field. And I think that's ridiculous. And I think it's ridiculous how so many are looked down upon or rejected because they don't have a certain label. And it's not more about their knowledge within that area, what they can do within that area. Show me what you can do within that area. It's more of a, front face cover of a book, and if it doesn't say fucking New York best time seller, which I don't even know about that example, because first of all, within that, I feel like everybody has it on the front of their fucking book. But it's like, I guess that's just because those are the books that are out in the, I don't know. I don't really know how that works. Yeah, let's not even, what the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, bro, it's like, it's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like a front, a front of a book cover, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, not actually, is this book good? What details, that are in this book that makes it good, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, You know, it's definitely odd. You know, and that's what, you know, how I just talk about. It's about you and what your knowledge and what you can provide and what you can do in that area. It shouldn't be about, you know, what you look like. Shouldn't be about, you know, it shouldn't be about all these other things. It should just be about the knowledge you have in the area, what you can do in the area. Like, and that's where, you know, they're kind of placed. That's where this, and that, you know, but it shouldn't be this, you know, game of what you look like, who you know, how many years of school, what degree, blah, 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 blah. It's like if you're able to obtain the knowledge and do what you got to do within 5 years rather than 15 years, it's like you're able to obtain the knowledge and do what you got to do. So, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have to be this 15 years. It shouldn't have to, like, it's just, like, I don't know. It's just like, I just feel like it's set up in an unfair spot and very unhealthy wise. I don't know. You know, and I feel like the like there's too many people that have honed in on their skills and really continue to work at them and are beyond great and feel they can't do nothing with them and can't do nothing with them within an extent because it's like, because there's this place, it's like a, you know, a fucking, you know, you want to win the major big championship. So it's like there's this place where obviously you want to win the big thing. You want to go to the top level, you know? So there, it's like that's the only place where anything is happening is what I'm trying to say. And it's like anywhere below, it's just like there's nothing really, you know, and then nothing happens until you get there. And that's fucked. You know what I'm saying? Just like Call of Duty, the Call of Duty League, it's like that's the place where it's all happening, blah, 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 so-called. So it's like with this Challenger shit or whatever, it's like they not giving a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? They not, you know, it's like, and there's passion there and there's, you know, players there that are fucking good and that are honing in on their skill and their craft, but it's just like, you know, they're just kind of stuck there because they aren't able to get to the Call of Duty League. And it's not about the skill. It's about, the thing is, there's so many. You know, there's so many people. There's so many, you know what I'm saying, great players. There's so many. So it shouldn't be this fucking 12 teams or, you know, however many fucking teams it is. It shouldn't be this one time. Like, it should just be all of what it is. And, you know, that's the skill-based matchmaking type shit, then that's what it is. You know, but it's like, there shouldn't be this just, boom, that's top. Especially when it's not fucking top. I'm sorry to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, within professionals and pro, you know, whoever, yes, but it's like, there's people who can come and within that area do more than what you're doing, you know, just within the extent of that area and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. Understand, we killing life on Earth, including us, not the Earth. The Earth naturally is dangerous to any living thing just because of the weathering and shit. We supposed to survive with the rainforest, the animals, living things, work together, understand each other, communicate. Huge. You know, that's the survival. You know, not this, you know, money shit and blah, 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 blah. You know, we tried to create a survival within a survival, you know, and took, you know, that example of the Earth and this and that, you know, and they made it into this, you know, shit it is now. But that's the survival. We trying to survive the Earth, you know, because the Earth will fuck us up. you know, just within, like I say, the shit that happens on the earth, within weathering and shit like that. Like, it's like, that's what all this working should have been working towards. You know, of creating a healthy, safe, comfortable environment, you know, to just now do whatever we want, you know. And it's like, obviously still it's gonna run through some of our shit, but you know, we have this foundation to, you know, repair it, to fix it, to do this and that, you know. And it's like, you know, once again, you know, there's no way we shouldn't be working together with all of us, you know. Like, it's just, it's so much easier. Like, sad how some people have and are willing to build cheap buildings, homes, whatever, just to save money. Once again, money-based decisions. You know, that's not some shit you, like, it's like, you know, and that's what I say. You gonna do some shit, do some shit. You know, there's too many people trying to scam. There's too many people, oh, if I only, you know, they giving me this amount of money, we only spend this amount of money, we'll make fucking triple now because we only using these type of materials and this and that. You know, it's a little weaker, but you know, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We making this money. You know, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna be in the building. This, and the third. You know, and it's like, sure, you know, they got arrested and whatever later after all those people then died because the building fucking collapsed on them. But it's like, that can be avoided, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, we're so caught up in this, you know, the consequences of these actions and this and the third. You know, not how can these actions be avoided? How can we, you know what I'm saying, people not have this mindset to do these certain actions or this and that. You know, how can we help? What can we, you know, that's not what it's about. Because they know what it comes down to and know what got to get rid of. You know, and they don't want to do that. So they try to make it seem like, you know, they want what's right and blah, 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 by trying to hold motherfuckers accountable of doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you give fucking a kid a fucking gun and they go shoot that motherfucker. It's like, what, we go punish the fucking kid for shooting somebody? I mean, you gave the motherfucker the gun? Like, what? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that was a fucking possibility that they was going fucking, you know what I'm saying? However, you know, shoot somebody. You know, the bullet, they accidentally pulled the trigger and the bullet fucking ricocheted. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many just a bullshit, but it's like that shit can be avoided. You know, there's so much that can be avoided, and within that can be avoided. People out here living in a fucking car, scraping for money, barely eating, showering at gas stations, gyms, whatever. I don't agree with that at all. Yet we continue this system and say, oh, they should do better. We're doing just fine. So what's their problem? Like, come on. Huge. You know? It's ridiculous. Once again, taking yourself and, you know, just making an unfair fucking comparison. You know, as if y'all are the exact same, y'all life the exact, like, it's like, fuck me. You know, that's like me telling, you know, the person that took me home, like, you know, who gives a fuck? Just speed, just do whatever, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, with the knowledge of knowing no papers, get deported, blah, 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 and still saying that stupid shit. Who cares? Just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? From a position of me, I was born here, don't gotta worry about that shit. Do whatever within a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Don't gotta keep checking up on the news to see, you know, what are the deported laws now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that was news to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know, just within this, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, just like she said, you know, like, she was like, you know, like there was like a lot of people on the road, you know, where she was driving or whatever, like that was driving the speed limit. She was like I say, we joke type shit, but she was like, you know how many people, you know, don't have papers and this and that, and I'm like, that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, this shit is, you know, definitely tough. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, now, understand, you know, like I said, I talk about people driving slow, this and that. You know, like I say, when I talk about slow, motherfuckers be driving under the speed limit. And if you gonna drive the speed limit, still know how to fucking drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, like I say, situational, this is what is, you know what I'm saying? But still, like, it's like that's what I be saying, like, it's like, yeah, this is that, and you gotta drive the speed limit, but motherfucker, don't be on bullshit. You know, like that's what I be saying. It's like, shit happens, shit is situational, this, that, and the third. But that don't mean we lose all bearings. That don't mean, you know, like, that's just what I be saying. Like, it's just like, you can still understand shit and then, like, still fucking, okay, that's what is. It's like, I'm not going, oh, you can just, you know, just speed, just, you know, you got to drive the speed limit. Okay, that's that. You know what I'm saying? But within all this other shit within driving, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know, and like, that's just like, you know, just what I be talking about, you know, but that's just so, you know, in your bubble type shit, and just so, you know, it's just like, you know, how can we help them? How can we, you know, like, they don't want to live in a car. They don't want to barely eat. They don't want to shower in a fucking gas tank. They don't want to, this is not what they want to be doing. You know, they in the point of their life within mental and what's in front of them, that they feel that this is the only option. You know, so it's just like, you know, but it's like, you know, within some people, you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying, and like, situations different, but it's like, ones who got, you know, a home to go to, but, you know, feel you can't deal with it, or this and that, and like, now you living in your car, listen, you got to sacrifice, you know, because it's like, it's tough. But when you evaluate situations and you in your car right now, rather than you sacrificing and dealing with hell within an extent for maybe, you know, a little while, you know what I'm saying, a few months or whatever, it's just like, fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, you know, and within you don't have somewhere to go, you know, like I say, you know, it's definitely tough, because it's so much shit that go into all this, you know what I'm saying? So much shit to just get a place. It's so much shit to just get a job. It's so much shit to, you know, because people look at you a certain way. People, you know, don't want to help you within this, because the startup is the tough part, because the startup is, you know, you get a job somewhere, you know, that first paycheck, first few paychecks, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna get you right, ain't gonna get you somewhere to stay, ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, so you need some time to get on your feet. But it's like, you know, a lot aren't getting the opportunity to get on their feet, you know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, let them bathe at the job, let them sleep at the job, like, it's just like, I don't know, like the air conditioner gonna be on anyways, the water gonna be running anyways, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and obviously they're not gonna be acting the damn fool and doing bullshit, but it's like, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, we can't have that type of person working at our establishment, or, you know, it's just like, aren't even giving them, you know, an opportunity. Motherfuckers want to take over, and if they can't, they kill people. You know what I'm saying? I talk about that shit behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying? Offend niggas. They offend niggas. They get niggas up out the way. with no hesitation, bro. Like this, with no hesitation. Niggas can't have their way. They know something that can, you know what I'm saying, jeopardize shit you got going on. They gonna get you up out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine they having that type of power. Imagine them within themselves allowing somebody else to have that type of power. Understand what I'm telling you? Imagine that, you know what I'm saying, to control you and that be your mental to make that type of decision and do that shit. There's a valuation within that. See, it costs money to go and help. So motherfuckers don't. And if they go help the people they helping, gotta be giving them 3 times minimum in order for them to begin to help. They be like, y'all want us to help? What y'all got for us? Huge. Big. I was trying to remember the situation that sparked this shit. That hell not gonna come to me, but like, I mean, come on. And within situational, but it's like, it's like within, you doing certain type of labor, your job, it's like, you giving 50 times more, and they give you some little money that ain't worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? The type of labor and work you doing, nigga, you should be set. Like, everybody should be living very, very comfortably. But it's like, it's not what it is. Damn, I don't remember. But that's big though, that note is big. See, y'all be shaping shit in God's favor. Y'all be like, trust God, and if you get through it, stay alive, it was God's plan. If you die in God's plan, like, what the fuck in that case? Put trust in that tree and say the same shit. Crazy how y'all think God, a puppet master or whatever. Like, why give so much power to something you have no idea about? Or they blame the devil. Like, it's just like, it's this, like, why? That's just what it is. Why? Why do that? Why? It's like, yeah, there's a point now within all the shit y'all done created, but like, there's no point to do that shit. Create an imaginary nigga and just give all the power to the nigga. Like, for what, bro? And it's just like, And like I say, talked about this shit, but it's like, the God ain't here. So, like within every situation, y'all are shaping it into a certain way. You prayed for this thing and you got something else and you shaped it into the favor of God. You prayed for them not to kill whoever. That motherfucker died, and now you blaming God. Now you within those situations, now you blaming God. Now you why God. Now you know what I'm saying, just so much of this bullshit. Like, bro, shit happens, bro. Within that, of what that situation is, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can evaluate that. But it's like, we not doing the evaluation of what is. We not doing, you know what I'm saying, of this shit, because we so just, it's in the God's hands. Why God? Blah, 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 God. And like I say, within that, don't know. So within the don't know of just a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Why give all that energy and effort into the don't know. You know, when we can figure shit out and come to some type of understanding within our shit. But when y'all getting hair done or something, don't be on that perfect shit. The picture you show is foundation. What you ask for is foundation. Your head is different. Hair is different. Like, and even if it's the same style, it won't always be the same hairstylist. It won't always be the same hairstylist. Not gonna be the same everything. Like the perfect line shit and all. And all that dumb. Obviously don't let it look crazy, but come on, huge. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it look crazy, but like, come on, bro. I wanted it like this picture. Fucking Fleabag. That what it was called, right? That looked like a pencil. Look like a pencil. And her sister go up there and tell that nigga all that bullshit. For him to pull the shit out the bin and then hey, he was pretty damn close too. He was pretty damn close. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's different head. Your face is fucking different. Your hair is like different, bro. It's like it's gonna look different. The picture gonna look different than in person. You know, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all be wanting motherfuckers to work magic. You know, it's like regardless of what's right in front of them, they just gotta make it. No, bro. Like no. That's actually not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there's some fucking skilled hairstylists out there. But the skill to the skill, bro, they not just pulling shit out of their ass and throwing it on your head. Like, that's just, they can make a lot happen, though. Understand that, though. Let's not get it. They can do a lot. And they can have what's in front of them and make some crazy shit out of it. You know, but it's like, I mean, come on. Like, there's definitely, you know, lines and evaluations of it, you know, but it's like, yeah. Y'all understand they only getting stronger and stronger. More power and more power while y'all sit here and let this shit happen. Let them continue their plans and reel the shit out. Y'all waiting until the AI take over, but then we all fuck, not just them, because they'll classify all of us as human. Huge. Huge. You know? Ooh, yeah, big, bro. Like, y'all thinking it's just, you know, nah, bro. They got some shit in store for our ass, and we just let them. You know what I'm saying? It's like the boss. You just letting the motherfucker regain all they fucking health back. Like, no, bro. Like, no, you gotta fucking, you know, can't let that nigga do that shit. And with this shit, it's like that's on, like, bro. Like, y'all don't understand. They're at a scale that is like, bro, within their shit and that shit, bro, they got it. They got that, bro. But it's like with our shit, bro, you gotta understand. We gotta disconnect. If we disconnect, bro, we not a part of this shit. What are they going to do, bro? We run everything. Everything. We run everything, bro. They're just the fucking, you know, the people that say, oh, put that there, put this there, do that. Do this. That's all they're doing. And the person they're telling, they already know to put that there. They already know to do this. They already, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, you know, you cleaning some motherfucker come and say, clean this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to tell me how to do something that I'm already doing. You ain't got to tell me how to do my job. You ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's all they doing. Just dictating niggas around. Saying this is that and that is this. Like, you can't name me one thing within our shit that we're not doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I talk about shelter and food. We building the shelters. We collecting the fucking food from the farms and shit like that, and packaging it, and like, oh, bro, please. All we gotta do is now fucking distribute it to each other instead of to the mass corporations. Like, what? They try so hard to distract us from how painful this life we're living is, and we let them. Let them, you know? Because it's painful. And you don't want to feel the pain. So you give in to the distractions. You give in to the entertainment. You give in to it all. So you won't feel the pain. That's all this is. It's a distraction after a distraction after a distraction after a distraction. And it's like they've seen that, you know, this has worked and that's what y'all give into. So now, you know, as they've been doing, and it's like they use the distraction to, you know what I'm saying, put something into effect. You know what I'm saying? They distract you with something and like, okay, now we gonna go ahead and roll this out. We gonna put this into play. We gonna do this, we gonna do that while they're distracted. And then it's all of a sudden, oh shit, what is this? What happened? Blah, 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 blah. We only get scammed because we either want money or want to save money. Huge. I guess, huge. That's it. There's like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? We wanted something. You know, we not getting scammed if we don't want nothing. It don't matter. Motherfucker come to me, tell me that they got this new phone, blah 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 blah. I can give it to you. I don't want the phone, so you can't scam me because I don't want the phone. You know, if I want a phone, okay, I may listen because I'm interested. I'm looking for a phone. This and that. Those phones are too expensive. You know, then it's like it's those that I don't want a phone. You can't get me. There's no way to get me. The scam doesn't work without the other party. It doesn't work. There's so much of shit that doesn't work without the other party. It just doesn't happen. The scam does not work without the other party. They can't scam no fucking body. You know what I'm saying? And obviously within more extreme scams and this and that, you know, it's like still another fucking party, and it's still, you know, giving in to what they got going on. Crazy how we get punished for doing what makes us feel good. That shit used to fucking tear me apart, bro. Used to get punished for playing a fucking video game. Like, what? Like, couldn't understand it, bro. It was so ridiculous. You know, would make comments like, you know, you have, you know, verbatim, I don't remember, but like, you have a better time. Seems like you have a better time on the game, you know, than with, you know, your family or whatever, you know, so-called. And it's like, within that evaluation, like, why not go into myself and go into this family? Okay, what's there? Why am I evaluating that? Why does it seem that way? Is there something that's unhealthy? Is this toxic? You know, instead of that, just, you know, force you to get off the game and hang out with family. Like, what is that? And it's like, just within that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one, I'm being forced. The other, you know, I'm chilling, doing what I want, you know, enjoying myself. Like, you know, it's just like, there's so many people punished doing what you want, being who you want, being how you want. Hey, it's just punish. There's so much punishing. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, even within certain things that we feel, you know, is unhealthy for others or whatever, we shouldn't be punishing them. There's so many healthy ways to go about it. Nobody should be getting punished. Why isn't like every place there's stairs? Why isn't it a ramp or escalator? Just a ramp that moves. Like we can easily walk up and the grip for the wheels on wheelchairs or whatever won't be too sticky. So we can walk without having that on our shoes. Like create ways to live together. Huge. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, like that's just a, you know, and you know, when I say these things, that's not a, okay, that's that. Now we're doing so much. You know what I'm saying? No. That's just like you created stairs for yourself and that's it. You know, we don't feel so because we have stairs. And they shouldn't feel so because they have a fucking ramp. Who gives a fuck? How is they supposed to get around? You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we need that as a human being. We need this is their home. We need how do we, you know what I'm saying? Why are we not communicating with them? Why are we not involving them? Why are we not, you know, being genuine with them? Why are we, you know, I feel sorry for you? Why are we like, who gives a fuck? That's their life. Why are we feeling sorry because they in a fucking wheelchair? Like, listen, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you know, I say these things and like I say, some people may feel this and that about it just because of what you've seen and been told and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, brother, you know, like, I don't go, why are you standing on two legs? I feel sorry for you or some shit like that. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's so-called not normal. Just because blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, they're in a fucking wheelchair. Like, now are they so-called should be treated like a fucking, you know, royalty? Why, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, expressing kindness, being genuine, this, and the third. But I'm not going on my way just because they in a fucking wheelchair. Like, what I'm a stereotype for? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, they just shaded skin, I hate them. Oh, they shaded skin, I fuck with them. Oh, they in a wheelchair, I'm gonna be overly nice. Oh, they got legs, I don't really give a fuck. Like, what am I doing that for? You know, and that's what it is, foundationally. That's what that is. It's like, no, bro, but it's like, why? Like, why not? You know, like, this isn't some new shit. You know, this shit y'all keep creating and making and all this bullshit, like, it should be accessible for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, shit is situational. You know, within fucking short and tall people, there's, you know, so it's like, we're different. You know, and there's gonna be, you know, differences and shit like that. And, you know, no way am I saying we're all going to be able to experience the same things and, you know, this, that, and the third. But it's like, come on. See, they know if they ask why so-and-so did this or that, they would have to finally face what they already know because they know the problems. But for the people who get affected by the problems in this way, they just put in a bad light. They just put a bad light on them and disregard everything they say because they've been labeled as criminal. So therefore, they so-called don't know what they're talking about. Throw them in prison. The world never knows why. See, if the public heard everything about why, they would be under pressure to address and fix these problems. So they don't let that happen. And when they do, like that insider shit, where they ask them questions, the questions got to get green lighted. And if public takes it in a certain way, they be like, well, they are crazy, so huge. You know what I'm saying? Putting it into the favor of them. You know, constructing it to be this. Making sure it comes off as this. Having this backup and fallback to say they're crazy. Just creating this whole thing to, regardless of which way it goes within a certain extent, they're in control of it so they can control it. You know, and that's definitely what they're doing. You know, they know. You know, it's like you talking to somebody and you keep expressing these issues and these problems and why you're frustrated and why you feel you're being treated horribly and why, you know, this, and that. And you're explaining to them and you're giving them everything. And, you know, they aren't hearing you. They aren't Like, it's the most frustrating thing because they're manipulating you and they're telling, oh, this isn't true, oh, that wasn't like that, or this is that, you know, this meant that, or I would just say, like, I don't like, it's like, it's so, like, just like, come on, you know, and they're controlling the whole story and narrative, and it's just like, it's nothing you can do, you know, like, if they aren't willing to begin to understand, willing to listen, see the points, and this and that, then it's nothing you can do, and like, and that's what that is. It's a great note. Places shouldn't have tourist locations. Like, the places that people usually go visit should just be like what they are, a part of their home. And we should want to explore it all, not some polished version of wherever you are for them to look good. Like, we should experience the same shit like the people who live there. We say, oh, we hate the rich where we live, then we go and act rich where they live. Like, no, bro, we don't need crazy special treatment. Yes, we are guests and they can be extra nice or whatever, but they shouldn't have, you know, to conform into who we are or what we may like kind of change for us. Like, we should be there to experience how they live. Like, everything is history, and honestly, I feel indifferent about that history museum shit. Like, don't think we should be holding on to all that history. Like, if it survived through time, cool, but we can appreciate it even though it's no longer in the physical world anymore. Like, and that's usually what the attraction is, and they want to put their history on display in the best way. But I don't know, there's ways to go about shit, and I just feel that's not it. Huge. So beautiful, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, no, like, that shouldn't be a thing. You know, tourist locations, tourist thing, like, no, this is our home. You know, this is how we live, this, and that's it. Like, what the fuck is that shit? You know, like, it's just like, you know, and how you living, like, then that's how you living. You know, somebody come in your crib, you know, it was always just ridiculous. Oh, clean up, oh, extra cleaner. But, like, it's like, if you live in filthy, then you live in filthy, and if you feel you gotta clean up because somebody coming, then, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you want to tidy up this and a third. You know, you do that for yourself now and then. You clean up for yourself when, you know, when you do that. You know, but it's like, that's just how you live it. Somebody coming to your crib, you ain't gotta, oh shit, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just like, you understand, shit situational, you know, had a few moments, shit got this and that, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, just because some shit is somewhere or this and that don't mean it's so-called dirty. You know, but it's just like, nah, but we see how they living, and then, oh, we see the actual problems of the country or of wherever. We see this, that, and the third. We see, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, because we not going to be going to where the rich people are because they, you know, disconnected and don't come by us. So we gonna be down there with them. You know, and we see it all. And we see, you know, what go down. You know, and it's like, that's just so odd. All these, you know, like I say, we able to make buildings, we able to make certain shit, you know, for tourists and entertainment and blah, 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 blah. You know, money, money, money. You know, we able to do that. You know, oh, we able to make shelter. We able to provide food to fucking thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people. We able to, oh, we're able to. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very moral, very able. You know? I don't fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, that let go shit. We gotta let shit go, bro. Move on from shit, bro. And fuck that museum shit. That shit is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Talking about that dumbass museum shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, listen. You know, it's just ridiculous. Got a dress code for a fucking museum. What? but y'all got naked niggas in there. What's the difference? Tell me now. What's the difference? Why can't I walk in there naked? Why not? Why not? Why not? You got them in there butt ass naked. We all fucking admiring them. Why? Why are we admiring them? It's ridiculous. You know, and it's like we shouldn't be admiring that type of body figure and shit like that anyways, because it's like that's what it was back then. Blah 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 blah. You know, that's who they wanted to paint and feel like was paint worthy or this and that or sculpture worthy or, you know, whatever. But it's like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many of them was looking like that? You know, and it's like, yeah, you know, they was doing a lot of, that was their lifestyle within, like I say, within lifting shit and doing a lot of movement and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, we shouldn't be, you know, because what are people admiring? You know, the history, the body, you know what I'm saying? And it comes down to it is, you know, body type shit and how they was looking and blah, 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 blah. Like, that shit not cool. And like I say, once again, just shit not helping it. You know, it's like, we're better off. Dumb how in certain parts of museums, dumb how in certain parts of museums they got a dress code, but they showing naked sculptures. Like what's the difference? Oh, here, appreciate these naked sculptures, but we won't allow you to dress how you want. Show your body. Do whatever I want with my fucking body. But like other shit, some people just say, okay, yes, because they want something. In this case, want to see the art. But I bet if y'all stopped, said why, they'll change it because they'll no longer have money coming in. See, they also want something too. They praise the art, show it off in the fashion they do because they know they'll make a lot of money. Huge. Like, and that's what y'all don't understand. They also want something too. It gotta be two parties. And both parties want something. They just play the hand better. They play their part better. You know what I'm saying? They do. Because they make y'all feel, because they think it's the money. And y'all think it's more of, material shit or just so much more like feeling shit and history and, you know what I'm saying? So they know they can get y'all and like, it'll cost this, but it's the history, but it's the, and it's like, oh, dress code, that's fine because I want to see they know. But if we fuck around like, oh, dress don't go, nobody going, they ain't got no money, they making a wide world announcement. No more dress code, come to the museum, please. Like I say, and that's just like, it's such a, once again, like, it's not really about the history. It's about, how you can profit off of people and make this money. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, once again, this money shit, it's like, the history should just be, if it was that, it should be the history. It shouldn't be no money. It shouldn't be no pay for nothing. It shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be none of that shit involved. Like, shit is whack, bro. Like, I be damn. Nigga try to tell me I can't wear something. Y'all in here showing some naked bullshit. Like, I be damn. Like, if anything, they encourage you to come in that motherfucker naked. Shit. We encourage you to embrace yourself and show your beautiful body and feel one with these sculptures. Like, I mean, listen, at this point, it's like, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And that's another ridiculous thing, just within so many dress codes and how so demoralizing that feels for so many people, of a dress code and, being shamed within, like, that wasn't even on your mind. That's not what you were thinking about, none of that shit. And you're kind of being shamed because you're wearing a certain, outfit or whatever. And, being called these certain names or feeling as if you're wrong because you now have to change your clothes to, cover up your body or certain parts of your body. Like, that's like, what does that feel like? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not beautiful. I'm not in control of my body. I'm not, like, what are we talking about here? That's ridiculous. The amount of, girls or, people, whatever, they get dress coded in school, and how it's a pick and choose thing. Like, oh, they wear that, but now I'm getting dress coded for what? And it goes off of, oh, it's because of appearance, because they look like this, and because, and then it's like, if y'all gonna do it, which is fuck, but do it. Once again, y'all not doing shit. But don't do it. Like, it's just like, and that's why, once again, it's so just, up there and like so within our minds of, bodies, horny, oh, we want to see it, oh, we want to feel it, blah, 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 blah. Because it's so, hide it, you can't show it, this, and that. It's such like a tease thing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it just being out there, instead of that just being what that is, instead of, like you're seeing my arm right now, like, it's like, it doesn't matter, like, but it's like we're keeping, everything under wraps, and you can't show that, or, like, no, bro, that's not. This is mental. This is it being, trained and shit like that of, what this is. Like, how, it's like fucking, celebrity, blah, 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 and people who know them, they not on that shit, because it's like, they know them, and that's what that is, and, it's like, and within, breasts, it's like, oh, boobies, blah, 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 but it's like, you see them all the time, it's just like, you see them all the time, it's not this, like, I don't know, like, that's what it is, bro. That's how we get used to things, comfortable with things, and feel a certain way about things, because we practice this certain way of being. Like, I mean, like, if we were told to always cover up our arms, that's what we would do. Like, we wouldn't, because we weren't thinking twice about a penis, about a vagina, about breast, about, we weren't thinking twice about those things. We weren't. Didn't even know what the fuck it was. Just another body part, until it got all these labels thrown on them and all this bullshit, So, it's wild. Them fucking cars, bro. Cause like I said, I took my shit to the shop, and I wasn't trying to lift back type shit, but I asked, the front lady, I was like, y'all get rides? I was like, do y'all get rides? She was like, how far? And then I showed her, and she was like, sure. But it's like, she was like, we was on the street or whatever, but she was like backing up, and it's like this stupid ass, her car, within, like I say, it doing shit for you. She was nowhere near, the car's in the other lane going as the car is going to do, and then her car just fucking stops. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it felt like somebody kind of hit us type shit. Like, just fucking stops. Like, she was nowhere near the fucking lane, let alone the car. But it felt some motion or some shit, and it just stopped. Like, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So say whoever was driving just would have went, and it's like, without that shit, would have gotten a fucking so-called wreck, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But it's like, that stops it. Like, oh, that's so much better. We're avoiding wrecks. No, bro, you teaching them how to not drive. They don't have to care about driving because the car would fucking do it for them. Until it doesn't fucking do it for them. Until it doesn't have this certain type of feature to do it for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's ridiculous. Like, no, that fucker should know how to back up without getting in the other lane, without hitting another fucking car. And it's like, how do they learn? By doing it. Not by the fucking car doing it for them, because now what do they learn from that? What do they, oh shit, oh well, the car stopped, or, it's like, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I used to valet, bro. It's like when I used to put that shit in reverse, I had the big ass fucking flat screen fucking 72-inch fucking TV in the middle of the fucking car. And like, it used to be a sky view of the fucking car. And like, the cars around and like the whole fucking garage, basically. It used to be a sky view. And like, I could see like the full car and where I was. So like, I could just fucking back up. It was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it got a little camera in the back. Like, that was already like, what the fuck? Sky view, my nigga, 3D. Showing me the whole thing. Like, I could be down there and just look at my shit in reverse. Hey! You know what I'm saying? And listen, you know, you had to be quick with that violation. Listen, I did me a couple. I ain't gonna lie. I did me a couple. There was some tight spaces. I ain't had time for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I had to whip up in that motherfucker. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Straighten that bitch out on me. I had to. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I didn't talk about that relation, nigga. I drove some tough cars. Some tough cars. But it's crazy, like, just how, you know, advanced they are and how they was all, you know, just so different. And I mean, shit, how smooth they fucking ride. Like, I don't know. Like, it's definitely just another thing that's just like, you know, not needed type. But it's like, it's definitely wild. Evaluate, work, change, grow. Evaluate, work, change, grow.